Hello guys, this is Suman Kaisas and I'm going to show you how to use commutators and conjugates to solve a sliding puzzle blindfolded. So, what are commutators and conjugates? If you are already familiar with them, you are going to have a good time with this video. So, commutators are basically algorithm x, y, x inverse, y inverse. So, you perform algorithm x, then you perform algorithm y, then you basically perform inverse of x and inverse of y. So to come up with our algorithm x, we need to define moves differently for sliding puzzle. This move cannot be used in any algorithm as it is not replacing any piece. There's no replacement happening. So for replacement, we need to define these moves differently. So we will call UR as a counterclockwise 3 cycle here. So if I say UR, I will perform a counterclockwise 3 cycle here. If I say UR dash, I will perform anti-clockwise 3 cycle here. The same way, DR will be this, DL will be this, and lastly UL will be this. So DR will be clockwise 3 cycle here. DR dash will be anti-clockwise 3 cycle here. So now, as we have our new definition of moves, we go on to define what are algorithms X and Y. Basically, to perform a commutator, we define some rules for starters. So, uh, one rule would be there are three pieces involved, and at least two of the pieces, has to be in one move. Let me explain. In this case, 8 here needs to go here. We are taking this blindfolded solve state. So 8 needs blindfolded solve state will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So 8 needs to go here, 4 needs to go here, and then 3 again would move here. So let's call them piece 1, piece 2, piece 3, and call their positions position 1, position 2, and position 3. So now 8 and 4 are in one move, which is DR. This has to be satisfied. To perform this commutator, two of the pieces involved, two of the three pieces involved has to be in one cycle or one move. So now the definition of X would be replace piece 1 by piece 3 without disturbing anything in DR. Obviously anything except the piece 1. So this can be done by dr dash, dl, then dr. Now the algorithm Y. Definition of algorithm Y would be replace, no, take piece 2 in position 1. Piece 2 position 1. That can be done by dr dash. Piece 2 in position 1. Now we will perform algorithm X inverse. Recall that for X we perform dr dash, dl, then dr. So the inverse of dr dash, dl, dr will be dr dash, dl dash, dr. So we'll perform dr dash, dl dash, dr. Now we'll perform algorithm Y inverse. For Y, we perform dr dash. So Y inverse will be dr. So now take up this new example. In this, I have 4 in buffer. 4 needs to go here. 1 needs to go here. So again, let's name them piece 1, piece 2, piece 3. In this case, I have piece 2 and piece 3 in one move, which is this. So the definition of x here will be replace piece 2 by piece 1 without disturbing anything in UL. So that can be done by UL dash UR dash, sorry, it will be UR, then UL, UL dash UR, UL. That. So now y will be replace piece 3 in to position 2. Take piece 3 to position 2. That can be done by UL dash. Then we will perform x inverse, which will be UL dash UR dash, then UL. Now at the end, y inverse, which will be UL. So the last case to consider is when piece 1 and piece 3 are in one move. Here 3 needs to go here, 6 is here, which is the buffer piece. So I need to shoot this 6 somewhere in unsolved position. So I shoot it here in 7th position. So piece 1 needs to go to piece 2 here. This piece 2 needs to go to piece 3 here. This piece 3 will end up in position 1. So I can say that my piece 1 and piece 3 are in one move, which is dr. In this case, the definition of x will be replace piece 3 by piece 2 without disturbing anything in dr. Then definition of y will be put piece 1 in piece 3's position. So let's try and do that. First, we need to replace piece 3 by piece 2. That can be done by dr dash ur dr. Now y move says put piece 1 in piece 3's position, which is dr. Then again I'll perform the inverse, which is dr dash, I perform ur, so ur dash, then again dr dash. So and in the end I performed dr, so now I need to perform dr dash. So 3 goes here, 3 went there, 6 went there, and 7 here went there. So what are conjugates are? Sometimes also referred as setup moves. What if no two pieces involved are in same move? What would we do then? So we add algorithm Z to our commutator. So the overall algorithm will be Z, then X, then Y, then X inverse, Y inverse, and Z inverse. So I will add setup move Z such that I will end up having the case where two of my pieces are in one move. So let's say here I have 7. 7 needs to go here, 1 needs to go here. Now either I can shift this one in this 5th position so that piece 2 and piece 3 are in one move, or I can shift this one in this 8th position where piece 1 and piece 2 are in one move. Anyway, I just shift 1 to 5th position. That can be done by UL, sorry, DL. So my algorithm Z is DL. Then as we can see, 7 now needs to go here, 1 needs to go here, 2 needs to go here. This is one of the cases we already encountered. So in this case, we know that X algorithm will be ul dash ur ul ul dash ur ul. Algorithm y will be ul. Then again x inverse, which is ul dash ur dash and ul. At the end, algorithm y dash, which will be ul dash. Now I will perform z dash. Remember, z was dl, so z dash will be dl dash. Okay, now with this definition of setup moves, I think you could solve and you can shuffle any three pieces in this 8 puzzle. So let's go ahead and solve this puzzle. Now I have 2 in my buffer, so 2 needs to go here, 4 needs to go here, 5 needs to go here. So I will perform the commutator as an end. Okay, so now I have 5 in my buffer, which needs to go here, 8 needs to go here, and 6 needs to go here. So it's very simple. In this case, in this case, 5 needs to go here, 8 needs to go here, 6 needs to go here. So this is very simple 3 cycles. So this can be done with just one step. So now I have blindfolded solve state. So the ending moves, and I'm done. So as you can see, with commuters and conjugates, you can solve 2 pieces at a time. With one algorithm, you solve 2 pieces. So it's faster than your beginner's method where you just solve one piece at a time. So, and these are there are very less moves involved. So with little bit of practice, you will get good with this commuters one. You get very fast with this commuters conjugates. Um, the people who solve Rubik's Cube blindfolded know that commuters conjugates are very flexible with the blindfold solving. So also one thing I like to mention, the general structure of commuters conjugates, as we mentioned, was head x y x inverse y inverse head inverse. Also, this the roles of xy here can be reversed, as in we can create a structure z y x y inverse x inverse z inverse. Here the definition of x and y are exactly the same. Whatever you do to solve some combinations fast, you can apply this structure rather than the previous structure. Sometimes this structure gives optimal results, sometimes that structure gives optimal results. Moreover, so that's it, folks. To solve 15 puzzle, you just apply the same methods. There's some more complex techniques. So I'll be posting my different videos on 15 puzzle blindfolded, and there's different structures, and then how can you achieve an optimal solution. And okay guys, so see you in next videos.